Hello and welcome to this introduction to RevAspire. To understand how RevAspire aims to serve your practice, you need to understand a little bit about the Merit-Based Incentive Payment System, or MIPS. Now, the reason we care about MIPS is because it is going to impact your Medicare physician fee schedule directly. There's no longer a formula out there that's going to modify every doctor's by the same amount. Now, how you do in this program directly impacts how you're going to be reimbursed in the years ahead. Your score for MIPS is determined by how you do across the 4 performance categories that you're seeing in the pie chart over to the right. Your final score is based on a scale of 0 to 100. The higher your score, the better, because ultimately yours is compared to Medicare's, and Medicare's score is known as the performance threshold. If your final score happens to be higher than that performance threshold, that's how you end up seeing a raise from Medicare 2 years later. If your score is below Medicare's performance threshold, then you'll actually see your reimbursements going down 2 years later. Now that change can be up to 9% in either direction. RevAspire was created to help providers to support your practices, to help optimize your performance and allow you to offload as much of the work associated with these programs as possible. It's delivered through 3 arms. One is score optimization. As we just talked about, if that score is going to ultimately determine how you're paid in the future, let's make sure that it's accurately reflecting the things that you're doing for your patients in practice. Data submission, when it comes time to submit your data to Medicare, our team's going to take care of all of that for you. You focus on your patients. We're going to make sure the proper people know how well you did at the right time. And then if a quality reporting audit ever came your way, our team would front the entire response for you. Very happy to say that we are 100% successful in satisfying those. No RevAspire doctors ever needed to return money to the government courtesy of a failed audit. From a cost perspective, RevAspire is priced at $104 per clinician per month. That includes the benefits that we just discussed, as well as many others. You are free to have as many doctors in your practice as you'd like. There is no rule that says everybody needs to be involved. You get to make that decision based on what makes the most sense for your practice. Beyond cost, you need to consider savings and gains. You're very likely to avoid a penalty, very likely to see an increase in future Medicare reimbursements. And beyond that, you need to consider the opportunity cost. What are you missing out on as you're spending time on quality reporting? Consider what you generate per hour. The 2018 MBA study would suggest that the median OD gross revenue per hour is about $402. How long would all of the work associated with quality reporting take you? And if the answer to that is 4 hours or more, and for most people the answer to that is more than 4 hours, then that's more than the cost of RevAspire right there before you even consider the upward reimbursement revision. So yes, RevAspire is about penalty avoidance. Yes, it's about increasing reimbursements, but it's also about freeing you to focus on the things that you consider to be most important in your practice. I hope that introduction was helpful. If you have questions about RevAspire, would like to talk specifically about your practice, we would certainly love to do that. To get that conversation started, you could complete the form on this page, or you could reach out directly through email at RevAspire@RevolutionEHR.com.